Man, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I grew up in the hood, influenced by hip-hop culture, rap music. The gang culture, the drug culture was really pulling at me as a young dude coming up in that space, while at the same time, my family was pushing me towards God, Christianity, Jesus Christ. So I was conflicted on the inside, and I knew God was real, I knew heaven was real, but at the same time, I wanted to be normal. I wanted to fit in with the status quo in my environment. So I was just in that space where I was confused and I was torn between what to do. And eventually, I started making bad decisions and just ruining my life, and God had to allow things to happen to get my attention. I ended up getting kicked out of my high school because a lot of drama, fighting, shooting, it was crazy. Had to go to a new school. On the way home from the orientation, I got into a tragic accident. I was hit 3 times by an 18-wheeler carrying fuel, and it just wrecked the entire left side of my body. It was a 12-car pileup. We did a 360 going about 75 miles per hour. We eventually hit the left shoulder of the highway. The car flipped over. And man, the Lord preserved me. He protected me. And I went to my grandmother. I asked her, I said, why did God let this happen? She says, I don't know why, but you need to repent. You need to turn away from your sin, turn away from the things that you love, that God hates. And after that conversation, I remember just being impacted. And a week and a half after it, my grandmother died from a heart attack. So those 2 events back to back just shook me up. And I remember I was invited to church. I resisted for so long, but I went and I heard the gospel that Jesus loved me. He died for my sin. He resurrected so that I can be free and have new life in him. And that message so overwhelmed me. I just broke down in tears, and God snatched me up that day. He saved me. He rescued me from myself. And I remember after moving into a relationship with Christ, I remember understanding my identity, that God created me in his image, that he made me, I'm beautifully and wonderfully made, that he owns me, and I am to demonstrate biblical manhood, lead a family, be a leader in my local church and my community, and my ideas about sexuality, womanhood, manhood, and my views on social ills. All of those things were impacted by my relationship with Christ, and I began to just let that be expressed in my music, as I related to people in my school and my family, and people saw the change. And I think that really made an impact on the people around me. So that's who I was before, and this is who I am now. I just want to encourage people to know, again, that Jesus and his ways are better. Don't run from him. Don't waste your life pouring yourself out for selfish ambition, fame, fortune, the American dream, or whatever country you're in. Don't waste your life living for yourself, because God created you with a greater purpose, and that is to worship him. So lend your everything to God. Give it to him and let him snatch you up, save you, and use you so that you can make an impact in this world. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Flame, and I've been Ransom.